net blaster, the only thing it works on is air. There's no explosives or pyrotechnics associated with it, okay? So, right. But the beauty is, if you're going to use explosives or pyrotechnics, you're going to need a $300 license from BATF, okay? And then every 2 years you've got to pay that. It's a hassle. If you're only doing this once in a while, you probably don't want to have that license. So the air-powered device, literally, I can put that on a pallet, ship it anywhere in the world. There's no problem with that because it's just air-powered. Right? There's about 140 pounds of pressure in the tank now. The magic to the whole thing is this valve right here. Okay? This valve. Martin owns a patent on the valve. They developed it in conjunction with USDA, so any of the flock birds that you can think of, blackbirds, gulls, National Wild Turkey Federation is using it, Ducks Unlimited, they're using it. Cornell's looking at it for deer. So don't, limit yourself to just birds. It can be used for other animals. We just adapt the net to it. It'll fire a 30 or a 40 by 60 net. Okay, it uses 4.5-pound weights. So obviously that's why I don't want any of you out near the front of it now that it's charged. Okay, 4.5-pound weights come out of those tubes and project the net out. Now if you get one of these, where you're going to be baiting with it is about 3.5 meters in front of the tubes. You want to bait right up to the machine. So what happens is when you fire it, the birds are going to either start to scatter or they're going to jump up. They're never going to get near the edges of the net. Okay, the net has a skirt on it, so even if they hit that, they'll get entangled. But you want to bait right in the center of it, right up front. Okay, you can pre-bait like you would for trapping. Maybe a week of pre-baiting, and then you basically from as far as 250 feet away, you can fire this thing. We've got a 50-foot cord on it today, but you can go 250. So I'm guessing that would put you out near the parking lot somewhere. Are there any questions about it?
Yeah.
You didn't ask me the most important question.
What is the cost? I'm not concerned about cost. How far down range do you have to have clearance in case one of these weights come off?
Well, I mean, you need to be sensitive to that. If in case one of those weights comes off, just like a rocket net, we're going to pick an area where, you're not going to fire it towards condos, you're not going to fire it towards buildings or structures. You want to check your weights before you fire, make sure that they're tethered correctly, but you're going to see that they're really going to only go out about, they're on about a 6 or 7 foot cord, so they're going to go out about 48, 49 feet and drop. Okay, they don't go out real far. They're going to drop. You wouldn't make it to the fence line.
Are they metal or rubber?
No, they're metal. They're metal with an O-ring, 2 O-rings on it. Okay, so it's a cylinder about this long. We'll show them to you. They're about this long with 2 O-rings. Okay, and then a D-ring at the top that we tie to.
There's no weight on the net on the inside along here, right?
It's staked. You see the cones?
Oh, okay.
The back edge of the net is staked. You want it to be perpendicular with the net blaster.
Right.
And then the front edge of the net is going to move out. Okay, with the weights carrying it. What else can I tell you?
What's the cost?
Okay. The cost, the unit as you see it, the unit and the controls minus the net is $49.95. Okay.
That's what?
$4,995.
No. What was the cost of the net?
What is that?
Yeah, it depends on what size net, what size mesh. The deer net is 6-inch mesh. This is, I think, 1.5 inch. It ranges from, I think, 600 to about 1,000. You can also get a smaller size net, scaled down a little bit.
What is the lifespan of the net?
Depends on how often you use it. Everybody asks us those kinds of questions, but it depends. How many times are you going to use it? What are you going to use it in? What kind of conditions?
Suppose you only use it a couple times.
Are you going to get it? Are you going to get it wet and then pack it away wet so it mildews?
Does it decompose? Like
No.
fish net
It's a polypropylene. It's going to last, a while, but how long I can't tell you. Is it going to last? It's going to last, years if you take reasonable care of it. But
Does the unit have a warranty with it?
With the unit itself, not with the net. Okay?
What's the warranty on it? Or
A year's warranty. A lifetime with the valve. Okay? If anything goes wrong with the valve at any time, they'll replace the valve. Okay? That's how confident they are. And the valve's being used in other industries. They use them all over the world. As long as you don't try to take the valve apart yourself, they'll warranty the valve. Okay? Let's see, anything else?
Given the noise that it's probably going to make, I don't know, but it's probably going to make a fair amount of noise in there, and risk involved and things of that sort, is it necessary to contact authorities of any sort?
I think you're going to be surprised at the sound. I was a little bit. I think maybe Dan was. It makes the sound of maybe less than a 22.
Really?
Okay,
Wow.
so in this expanse
I'd be
here,
impressed.
not real loud, not like you think. Would you agree with that? Less than 22?
It's not very loud. I mean, it's like a snap. It's not a boom or anything like that.
It's a sharp crack, you know, and then it's gone. I guess you could. I just shot it off at Bradley International Airport, right off the side of the airport. So I was concerned about the sound and what it would look like. But, you know, number one, with a rocket net, you'd have this big cloud of smoke. There's no smoke, and the noise is very low.
John, you gonna take a picture?
First thing we're going to do is unsafe it.
All right, you want to tell them what you're doing?
Yep. The safe is just here with a cotter pin. It's just a blank on the valve. And we slide it over, and now it's in the fire position. Now that it's here, we really don't want to be standing in front of or behind it. But it's ready to go.
So again, we've got a 50-foot cord on this. We could have up to 250, all right? It's connected to the control box. Dan's going to turn the switch. A red light comes on, tells you it's hot. And then the only thing left to do is to push the button. Okay, so he'll yell fire in the hole.
As simple as that.
Boom.
Got red light. Fire in the hole.
Okay? See how fast the sound dissipated? Yeah, I went out.
Fire in the hole.